little boy about 5. It was my first campaign. It was 1999. He had osteoporosis, brittle bones. His mother cried in front of me when she told me that she could not afford to buy him milk. In 1999, you, the communities of faith, showed leadership in our nation. Through the hikoi of hope, you stood up. You reminded New Zealand the time had come to end poverty. Now you're standing up again, and you're reminding us that the time has come to address the poverty of our children. Because our faith teaches us that in every child, in every soul, is the spark of the divine, that each one is immeasurably precious, that in a country with the wealth and potential of New Zealand, child poverty is therefore simply wrong. We have 260,000 children living in poverty. 260,000 children too many, and it is a national shame. Hungry kids cannot learn. Frightened kids cannot blossom. It is also incredibly damaging to New Zealand's social and economic future. Every one of those children faces huge hurdles, and if nothing changes, many of them will never ever meet the potential that they have. It is a tragedy for them as individuals and a lost opportunity for our country. Labour has a series of policies that will help to lift these children and their families out of poverty. They are practical measures, like our Best Start policy that focuses on a $60 a week child allowance for the first 3 years of all low-income children's lives. Better access to antenatal courses for their parents. Extended early childhood education to provide them with an early and stable learning environment. Building 100,000 new affordable homes over 10 years and ensuring that every rental property is a warm, dry home fit for our children to live in. But to raise people out of poverty, in the end we need to find them work. Decent, secure, well-paid work. Which is why we've set a goal of reducing unemployment to 4%. However, 40% of children living in poverty are already living in working households. That is shameful. And that is why we will raise the minimum wage by $2 an hour in our first year of taking office. That's $4,000 a year in the pockets of our lowest paid workers, money that will help feed and clothe their children. And we will address loan sharks and gambling harm and alcohol and drug addiction. We will establish a legislative requirement for child poverty to be properly measured and an obligation on government to set targets for its reduction and to be held accountable by requiring the Minister to report those targets to Parliament. We will amend the Public Finance Act to include a child poverty reduction statement, and we will develop measures of well-being that go beyond GDP. Reducing child poverty with your support, will be a top priority for the government that I lead.